Hey everyone, Nishvak speaking. So today I'd like to test a new track called Eagle Forest Raceway by Speed King 555, or more exactly, three different tracks, all of them on the same map: the short track, the medium track, and the long track. Of course, I'm gonna rate the three different tracks at the end of the video. And let me know in the comments what are your opinions on the three versions of the track. I'll give you the share codes of the three different races in the video description for anyone who wants to try them at home. And it's time to start with the first track, the short track. Alright, so let's start with the short version of the track. Only 5 laps and a total of 7.3 kilometers long. I'm not sure I'm gonna have a easy time with my Mercedes AMG one, which is not recommended by the creator. So you have a share code here, and of course I'll write it down in the descriptions as well as the other share codes for the long and the medium races. Alright, it's time to start. Solo with my Mercedes AMG one, of course. Alright, so we are 2, 4, 6, 8. One player, me, and 7 Trivatars. It shouldn't be too easy to win. Let's go. Well, let's just see how's the first lap going. Yep, it's definitely very short. And oh, my car is alright for the track, so that's good. I just need to be careful and to slow down at the right moments. Okay, second lap. I'm playing in highly skilled difficulty. Maybe I should play with a higher difficulty because I feel like it's easy to beat the Drivatars. I should try with, I don't know, unbeatable difficulty. Maybe I won't win. The third lap. Very easy for now. I was thinking maybe the Mercedes AMG one wasn't adapted, but it looks like it's good for the race. Oh, it's a pretty good looking race. The guy who made it, Speed King 555, did a very nice work. I may even catch up on the last Drivatar. Or will I? I'm not sure about it finally. No, I'm not gonna catch up. Yep, I am not catching up. The last drive avatar just entered the 5th lap. Alright, I won. Which seems a bit obvious. But it is what it is. And alright, best time, best lap. That's good. Of course, I'm liking the blueprint. It's pretty well. And I think we can start with the medium track now. Alright, it's now time to try the medium track. And so it's a bit shorter in terms of laps, only 4 laps. Meanwhile, the short track was 5 laps long, but the distance is longer, 9 kilometers, 0.8, so almost 10. It should be good for my Mercedes AMG one. You have the share code here, and I'll put it again in the descriptions of the video. And let's start. Alright, Eagle Forest Raceway medium. Okay, we're 10 drivatars this time. Let's start the race without waiting more. Alright, so we are not turning as early as on the short track. We're going further. Ah! Too fast. The track is very good as well. Like the first one. I like the fact that it's a bit longer. Alright, Scat, it's you versus me. Let's see who's the best, and for now I think it's me. Yeah, it's definitely me the best. Alright, first lap completed. On to the second lap. The fast straight, followed by a double corner, double right, then a sharp left, and a sharp right, another right, another right again, followed immediately by a new left, not as sharp as the first one. Right, easy. Under the horizon apex signs. Yeah, the drivatars are very far behind me, as you may notice on the map. And onto the third lap. Let's try to beat my best score, which is 59 seconds, which is kind of fast. Ah, too fast on the sharp left. I gotta be careful with this turn. The drivatars are far behind now. Alright, I'm almost finished. And fourth and last lap. Right, I gotta be careful and make it the best lap of them all. My car has such a good handling, perfect for this track. Well, it's not the best handling of the game. For example, the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento Forza Edition has a better handling, but it's still one of the best handling compared to the maximum speed of the car, which is 400 kilometers per hour. And I did not beat my best lap. Anyways, very good track as well. Perfect for this car. Or maybe it's the car which is perfect uh for this kind of track. So of course I won with the best score and the best lap. And I guess we can start the last version of the track, the Eagle Forest Raceway long version. And it is now time to do the long version of the Eagle Forest Raceway by Speed King 555. So it's even shorter in terms of laps, only 3 laps instead of 4, but it's slightly longer with 9.9 kilometers long. So for the third and last time of the video, I promise, you have the share code here, and I'm going to put it again in the description. Let's just start now in solo with the Mercedes AMG one, of course. Alright, Eagle Forest Raceway, long starting grid. Alright, we're at 12. That's the max number of drivators and players that can race in the same track at once. So 1 player and 11 drivators for this one. Ah, don't push me off the track. Right, sharp left. It starts like the oh, it doesn't keep going like the medium. Right, cats, it's you and me again, as per usual. Never mind, it's just me. Okay, so that's almost the same track as before, just there's one place where instead of turning right, we're going straight. And it's the long straight that we saw a bit earlier on the track. Alright, first lap completed. Onto the double right. Then the sharp left. Then the long straight. And we just passed where we were turning on the previous track, on the medium one. And we're joining back the track of the medium version of the Eagle Forest Raceway. Alright, easy and smooth. And new best lap? No, never mind. Then let's try to do a new best lap here and now. I mean, I won't be able to do it after because it's the last lap already. Too fast. Right, so as I was saying, this is where we turn on the medium track. And this is where the medium track and the long track meets. And I think that the red and white fences we just saw. Oh, shoot! And I think I was saying the red and white fences we saw on the side of the track were probably where the short track version meets the longest. Alright, it's over. I think it was shorter than the other two, but I'm not sure. So yeah, of course I won. Too easy. I really need to play with a higher difficulty now. So now that we've finished the three different tracks, I guess I can start rating them. But for this, I'm going to travel back to Mexico. So let's meet back in Mexico. Alright, it's time I rate the three different tracks now that I'm back from the Event Lab Island. Let's start with the short track. It's a pretty good track on which cars from all the different classes can fit. Even the X-Class cars, apparently. Even though Speaking 555 recommends using cars from the A to D to A class. Nothing too technical, but not the easiest track of the game either. The length of the lap is balanced by the fact that there are 5 laps, but I wouldn't mind a bit more of them. I'd rate it 7 out of 10 because in my opinion the creator should at least double the amount of laps, and it lacks a couple long straights for the speed. It's perfect for racing against drivatars though. Then the medium track, the lap is longer, so there are only 4 of them, and I think it's pretty good for playing with friends and drivatars, so something kinda equal. It's a bit more technical than the short track with more corners and a new straight line, which makes the track more challenging in my opinion. But as the short track, I wouldn't mind a couple more laps, maybe 6 or 7 laps instead of just 4. So I would rate it 8 out of 10. And finally, the long track. It's a bit longer than the medium track with only 3 laps instead of 4. The long straight part, which keeps going after the medium section instead of taking it, is very good and gives something more to the race with a new place to reach high speeds. It also adds a few more corners, which make the race even more interesting. It's good for racing against drivatars, but I think it would be better to race against friends on this track. So I'm gonna rate it 8 out of 10 as well, because I think that 5 laps instead of 3 would be better. In the end, the whole track with the three different versions is very good. Thanks to Speed King 555 for making it. It was very fun to race against Drivatars on it. If he ever sees my video, I hope he'll make new versions of the track. So let's conclude this video with a reveal of my favorite versions of the three tracks. My favorite version is the medium track because it's perfect for racing against Drivatars or friends, and I'm sure it would be even funnier to race against Drivatars and friends at the same time. I just hope one day we'll have a 7-lap version of it. And now it's time I say goodbye, so drop a like, follow if you want, and see you in my next video.